As Bitcoin struggles to claim $25,000 and overall sentiment remains mostly bearish, we are seeing a series of very rare yet very bullish signals printing on the chart. So today we're going to be asking the question, are we here? Is there much more relief rally to come, turning basically into a disbelief rally? We are going to be answering that question and more in today's video, so make sure to stick around till the end. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely and the most accurate updates here on YouTube. So first of all, let's get into what is happening right now. Bitcoin has once again come up to this $25,000 area, getting a rejection from the 200-week moving average, also a very, very key zone of resistance. And of course, this is the short setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, setup given in advance because we knew very key zone of resistance. We also did give the long from the most recent swing low. If you want to join the community where every single day we give our scalping, day trading, swing trading levels and ideas, we do 3 live streams a day. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, to take advantage of 0% limit fees on ByBit, you can check out the link in the description in the pinned comment. If you deposit $100, not only do you get 0% limit fees for signing up, but you will get 1 month free of our Crypto Fusion trading bot. So we have rejected once again from the $25,000 level, and we are simply just ranging sideways. There is nothing overly bullish or overly bearish about this price action. In fact, if we take a look at a higher term time frame, we can see that just objectively speaking here, we're actually in bullish market structure, right? We have not made a high, we have not made a lower low, nor have we made a lower high on the daily time frame here. And we've been looking at this potential pattern that may be playing out, which is what I like to call the August pattern. What is the August pattern? The August pattern is where we basically get a triple top and then get a move to the downside, right? So back in August, we basically poked our head above this key resistance right here. We tried to do it 3 times before a big move to the downside. And right now we are speculating that the same thing is about to happen now. And here's something that we need to keep in mind. When we are watching the price trade, it's always going to be trying to establish a fair market value. And this is determined by the market participants who have decided collectively that the price that most people are willing to buy and sell the asset is going to be within this fair value zone. And we can get this by analyzing the volume that has traded for the past few months. Now, the way these fair value areas work is if we break out of a fair value zone, there's a chance that we will not come back inside of it, but we will continue up and start creating a new fair value zone, or actually get a break to the downside and start creating a new fair value zone. So just because we're coming to the top of a fair value zone doesn't necessarily mean that we have to come back into it, right? We do get big breaks of these fair value zones to the upside and to the downside. Now, there's a very key zone of resistance that if held, I think at the very least, we can see Bitcoin put in a new high. And at the very most, we may absolutely, based on some indicators on the chart, get a continuation of this relief rally, which in my opinion will turn into a disbelief rally because people will refuse to believe that Bitcoin is going to get more of a movement to the upside, just like they refuse to believe it right over here back in the previous market cycle. So here is the very key level that we need to be keeping our eyes on right now. And that is this, right? If we take a Fibonacci from the most recent low to the most recent high, as long as we don't lose this key level of around $23,000 and we hold this level as support, then in my opinion, I believe that we will see Bitcoin hit a new high. And the reason for that is because if we come down to this zone, not only are we getting a perfect retest of this key value area, but we are also coming down to the Fibonacci golden pocket from the most recent low to the most recent high. And it's probable that if we hold this as support, we will put in a new high. Now, the question is, are we going to put in a higher high and then get a massive drop, or are we going to put in a higher high and then potentially get some continuation? Now, I want to look at some similarities between what's happening right now and what happened in the previous market cycle. You can see that during the previous market cycle, after we had bottomed out in the basically the winter of 2018, in around December, we did get a pretty significant relief rally to the upside, and then we consolidated here for a few weeks, right? We had about 5 weeks of consolidation in which we put in, if we take a look right here, we put in a high and then a low, and then a higher high, and then a higher low, and then a higher high, and then a higher low, and then we broke out. So we had 3 series of higher highs and higher lows, and then we had a massive breakout. Now, I want to take a look at some other very interesting things that we see when we're looking at previous market cycles. First of all, every single bear market bottom has had a relief rally, a big relief rally, followed by a big pullback entering into the bull market. And as we can see right here, back in 2011, we came down, found support perfectly right here between the 786 and the 886 fib. And then in 2015, we also came down perfectly and found support between the 786 and the 886 fib. In 2018, we came down and perfectly found support between the 786 and the 886 fib. And right now, in our present day, we are finding support between the 786 and the 886 fib. And I'm pulling this from the bear market bottom to the bull market top. We also see market Cipher B giving us the green dot printing as the bottom is in. Okay, when this green dot prints right here on market Cipher B and we bottom out on the monthly time frame, that means the bottom has been in. We saw this back in, well, we don't have enough data for 2011. We saw this in 2015. We saw it in 2018. We're seeing it again right now. We also have the RSI. The RSI, when we come down on the monthly time frame and we get the RSI crossing above the moving average, right? We can actually put a little vertical line every time we see this thing crossing above that moving average. Back in 2011, back in 2015, back in 2018. And as you can see right now, we are about to, depending on what happens next month, cross once again the RSI above that moving average. And if we take a look at what was happening at the market cycles during this time, we can see that when we get that cross, it's basically after we've bottomed out and it's the beginning of that major relief rally. Look what happened back here in 2019. When we got that cross, after market Cipher B had printed the big bottom, we got a continuation of the relief rally. Okay, so it's not confirmed yet. We have to wait until next month to see what is going to happen, but this could be very significant. In addition to that, if we take a look at the sentiment indicator, which is basically showing us bearish versus bullish sentiment, whenever we kind of get a flip of sentiment, the purple represents the bearish sentiment and the blue represents the bullish sentiment. When we get a flip of sentiment and these two lines start to now converge toward each other, in the past, that once again has always been after the bottom has confirmed and we get continued relief rally. Look at what happened back in 2015 when we got this kind of convergence of the indicator. We got continued relief rally, right? Look at what happened back in 2018, right? We got the convergence right here, continued relief rally. Very, very interesting stuff. And in addition, we also do have the stochastic RSI, which historically speaking, whenever we come down below this 20 line on the stochastic RSI, and we get both of these moving averages coming above that 20 line once again, that is, historically speaking, continuation of relief rally. Does not mean that the bull market has begun, but it does mean that we are getting some kind of a relief rally that is coming in here, right? And so we are seeing all these signals kind of printing at the same time on the chart right now. And I do think it's very, very significant because there is a chance right now that we see more upside. And I want to talk about some of the key levels on the chart that we do need to be aware of. So coming back to our chart right here, once again, for me, as long as we hold this $23,000 level, I do think there's a very real chance that we will get another move to the upside. And whether or not this move to the upside results in much more of a bullish move or simply just one last high before a pullback remains to be determined. But the one thing that cannot be argued here is that if we do get that one last move up to that above the $25,000 level, there are two very significant things that have never happened before, right? The first thing is that we are coming up to the 200-week moving average. The 200-week moving average sitting right here at about $25,000. We have never in the history of Bitcoin traded below the 200-week moving average. And so if we actually get a break above this 200-week moving average and confirm above it, holding it as support, there's a very high probability that we get a move to the upside that is more than what most people are expecting. And in addition to that, if we take a look at all the volume that has traded here, right, from basically May until our present day, we can see that there's a huge gap in volume right here, a huge gap. There's pretty much no volume that traded here. What does this mean? This means that if price gets acceptance above this level, meaning let's say that we close a daily or even better, a weekly candle above this level, that we will get a very smooth move up to this next zone right here, right? We'll get a very, very smooth move up to this zone right here around $30,000. And the reason why that is so key is because if we claim $30,000 and we take a look at all the volume that traded in 2021 and 2022, remember how we were talking about fair value zones? Well, if we reclaim that $30,000 level, we'll be back inside the old fair value zone. And once we're above that $30,000 level, really, the sky is the limit based on volume, based on the technicals. If we reclaim 30K, it's more probable than not that we make our way back up to $45,000, $46,000. Is that guaranteed to happen? No. People always ask me, Jason, what is price going to do? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? My answer is always the same. It depends. We can't know what the price is going to do, but as traders, we need to be prepared for multiple scenarios so that we are not caught off guard. That is how we were able to long the exact bottom setup given in advance, short the exact top setup given in advance, and I'm currently still holding both of these swing trades because I don't know what the price is going to do. But what I'm doing is I'm positioning myself in a place where regardless of what happens, I'm going to be able to take advantage of that scenario. And if we're aware of these things on the chart, we can be prepared so that we are not caught off guard and be the people that buy at 60K and sell at 16K, right? And so a lot of people are saying, Jason, you know what? I like what you're saying here, but the truth is there's just no way this is going to happen because the chart is looking so bearish on the daily time frame. And it's true. If we take a look at the daily time frame, we are absolutely officially now printing what is known as the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern, whereas the price is getting higher into key resistance. We see the momentum waves and the money flow on market Cipher B getting lower, strangely resembling the chest of our good friend Sam Bankman-Fried, who out there in the Bahamas, for some reason, had a lopsided mammary glands and got some strange tattoos on his chest. And as the price was getting higher, the momentum waves on his chest, the red pepperoni nips, were getting lower, right? Very, very interesting, very, very biological and scientific here. And people are like, Jason, you know, this is looking very bearish. And my answer to that is it is, in fact, looking bearish. We are at key resistance. We do need to be prepared for a move to the downside. However, we very well may do something which happens in very bullish environments, which is this. In very bullish environments, the money flow on market Cipher B can actually act as support. We actually saw that happen back here on the 4-hour time frame after printing the bearish Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern for 2 weeks. We saw the money flow cross into the purple, and it actually acted as support, giving us perfect support right down here at the key level that we gave the long setup from in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And so if we actually see this happen on the daily time frame, mixed with these very bullish historic signals, I think we could get a pump that catches everybody off guard. And again, I'm not here to make a prediction. I'm not making a prediction. I'm saying we need to be prepared for this because what we're seeing right now is the Bitcoin price is not showing major signs of weakness, even though we have been printing these very bearish signs for a number of weeks now. I mean, we've literally been printing these signs for about a month, since January 21st. It's currently February 24th. It's been over a month that we've been printing these signals, and yet the Bitcoin price has not shown a significant sign of weakness on this chart. And we know if we get a break of this resistance, it is going to be a pretty powerful move to catch a lot of people off guard. We're looking at these previous market cycles saying, look, when we've seen these things happen in the past, it has led to a very big move that caught a lot of people off guard. So be prepared, guys. That is all I want to say in today's video. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to click that bell. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. I pray everybody is very blessed, even if you are not religious. Have a great weekend. Guys, if you are a trader like myself, make sure to take some time off, spend it with family, spend it in fellowship with friends, and spend it focusing on the important things in life like God, relationships, because these charts can absolutely suck up your life and we get so involved into the price action. Please, guys, take some time to focus on what's really important in life. And with that being said, have a great weekend. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.